And welcome back to our KNDY Sub-State coverage live from Tusca, Kansas. Max Blasky back here with you. Apologies for that extra long break, but had to go do a little congratulations to the Hanover fans. Had to talk with head coach Trevor Kuhlman, too, as Linn girls are looking for their first trip to state since the 2008 season, and they have an excellent opportunity here tonight to do just exactly that. We'll get into that contest here in just a little bit. First, I want to recap you from the first contest here tonight. Again, it was the Hanover girls running away with the contest against Axtell, 46-25. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but it was the defense for Hanover that led the way. They forced Axtell into 25 turnovers, and a lot of them are your open court, easy layup type of turnovers, too, as well, as the Hanover girls punched their third straight trip to state and their eighth in 9 years under head coach Chris Spikeman. The Axtell girls, again, nothing to hang your head about. All Axtell girls will be back next year for the Lady Eagles and third-year head coach Brad Brocksterman. But Axtell finished their season 12-12 with that loss to Hanover. Taking a peek at some stats for that contest as we're up and rocking here, as we got a little M&M bumping in the background as Linn Lloyd St. John's Tipton gets going here in front of us. But looking at some stats from our first contest, we're going to start, though, with the Axtell girls, who, again, fell 46-25. I hate to reiterate it, but, again, turnovers. Axtell just didn't have the opportunities to get shots up in this contest. When they did, they weren't bad. They were 11 for 30. Their best quarter was the second, where they went 4 for 9. But in the final stanza, Axtell only goes 1 for 13, or 1 for 12, 5 for 12 from the floor. Axtell was led by Natalie Strothman on the season, averages 11. She pitched in 10, but she fouled out in the final 2 minutes of this contest. And then other than that, not a lot. It was 5 points from Ava Brocksterman, all in the second quarter, 3 apiece from Reagan Hazenkamp. Maggie Strothman was shut down. And I don't want to say by Drew Bruna or Trendy Schlabach or Hannah Darvinicki, anyone really. It was just a game that Maggie did not look comfortable in that contest. I mentioned it a couple times that it seemed like Axtell was really tight inside the paint. They didn't have great spacing in this game. And then, of course, not hitting threes kind of goes in hand with that. So Maggie only has 3 points. She had all 3 of those in the first quarter, and a big no score from third leading scorer on the season, Caitlin Detweiler, who gets blanked 0 for 2 from the floor. Axtell goes 1 for 6 from the free throw line, too, as well. That lone free throw made way back in the first quarter by Maggie Strothman. Again, Axtell goes 11 for 30 from the floor in the game, 37%. But again, you're going to look back at this game and say turnovers again for the Axtell girls really forced this hand by the Hanover team. And Hanover capitalized. That's what they do. They expect to be in situations like this. Not saying Axtell does it, but there is something to be said for been there, done that mentality. As again, the Hanover girls punched their 4th straight trip to state. They're looking for 3 straight. Something I talked to Jeff Wirtz at the PBL Spotlight a couple weeks ago about. I don't think we talk about that enough, that the Hanover girls have won 2 straight state titles. We talked all season about Axtell football winning 4 straight and the streak, and talked about Centralia girls as good as they are. But Hanover girls have been ranked 2 in the state ranking polls all season, besides undefeated Little River, who rightfully so is a heck of a team. But what I'm looking forward to when we get to state, who did Little River lose to last year in a state championship game? TVL foe, Frankfort. So let's see if we get a Hanover-Little River matchup in a state championship game this season. That would be a great one. Moving our attention to the Hanover girls, they were led by who else? The Kansas Wesleyan commit and 1,000-point scorer Anna Juniman with 25 points. She led the way on both ways. She had 20 through the first 3 quarters. 7 big points from Nora Hyman off the bench for the freshman. 6 points from Drew Bruna, 3 apiece from Leah Juniman and Trendy Schlabach, and 2 from Gracie Bruna. But I think not a player of the game, but glue player of the game is going to be Leah Juniman. won't pop out at you in the stat sheet, but she picked up 3 or 4 offensive boards in the fourth quarter, continued to keep that pressure on defensively especially, and forcing offensive rebounds from the junior and Juniman. Hanover goes 8 for 14 from the free throw line under their season average of 68%. They shoot 57, but from the floor, they were absolutely deadly. Hanover, who as a team on the season shoots it at a clip of 38%. They shot it at a 45% clip in that contest, 18 for 40 from the floor, and it was a lot of inside shots too as well. Here real quickly, Hanover goes 1 for 2, 3, 4, 5, only 1 for 5 from the three-point line and beyond. But again, it wasn't needed, as it was a big 14 points in the second quarter from Hannah Juniman that pushed the Hanover girls to their 4th straight state title, coming up next week from Colby with a 46-25 win over the Axtell girls. As always, KNDY, your local area coverage team, will have coverage of the Hanover girls as we have all season long live from Colby. KNDY is live and local wherever you go and always supporting your local schools. So we appreciate your support all season long. And like I mentioned, if you're out there and you want to be on that Hanover broadcast coming up next week, go ahead and give us a call at the station, 562-2361. It's the businesses that you hear on this broadcast that help bring and support these games right here on KNDY. We're going to take a timeout as we've got 10 minutes to go until second game action between the Linn Lady Bulldogs and the St. John's Tipton Lady Blue Jays. We'll preview both teams, how they're doing so far this year, get you ready for starting lineups, and get you ready for game number 2 here in our Marathon Friday from Teskett High School as sub-state action rolls on throughout the state of Kansas. One TVL team already punched their ticket to state. Let's see if a second one can do it here in just a little bit. Again, it was Hanover in our first game, 46-25. We'll take a timeout, get you previewed for Linn and St. John's Beloit Tipton next on KNDY.
Load, sort, and work your cattle easier, faster, and safer with equipment from Linn Post and Pipe. Wrangler portable corrals, stationary working equipment, guaranteed gates, and continuous fencing, all available to make livestock handling safer and more efficient. Linn Post and Pipe is in the business to help ranchers do what they do best. So naturally, they provide only the most durable and best quality livestock handling equipment. Linn Post and Pipe Supply, built to last for generations.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
Every great team has shared qualities that separated them from all else. Whether you're talking about the 72 Dolphins, the 92 Dream Team, the Fab Five, or the Magnificent Seven, you can count on one thing. The vision was clear and the commitment was obvious. High standards were set and improvement was never ending. At Sapp Brothers, our goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And we'll reach our goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Join our team, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
Hi, this is Miranda Mainin with Union State Bank in Palmer. We are proud of the work the Bulldog athletes and students put in during the season and all year long. The dedication and determination is what drives the Bulldogs to succeed on the field and in the classroom. Best of luck, Bulldogs. Join Union State Bank of Clay Center, Palmer, and Barnes in supporting all area student athletes this and every school year. Union State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
As always, a big thank you to not only our Linn sponsors, but Axtell and Hanover sponsors here to Knight Midwest Products, Blue Valley Technologies, the Hanover Hospital, Bruna Implement, Landall Company, Citizen State Bank branches, Blue Valley Insurance Agencies, Axtell and Hometown Lumber, Hanover Electric, Linn Post and Pipe, Western National Bank, Stapp Brothers Petroleum, Titan West Manufacturing, Axtell Trust, Ricky's Cafe in Hanover, the Union State Bank of Palmer, B&D Buildings, Brad Brocksterman, Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Coolman Implement and Hardware, Axtell Car Wash, B&W Electric, Jack's Food Mark, and JD's Catering in Linn, Little Joe's Service in Axtell, Duke's Barn Grill in Hanover, Moe's Stop and Shop of Linn, Moonlight Restoration, Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, the United States Bank and Trust branches, the Orville Juneman Construction Company, the State Bank of Axtell, Oldie Seed Farms, SBS Insurance of Seneca, and the Main Street Market in Hanover. All of those businesses bringing you our sub-state action here this evening. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow night, too, as well as the Axtell boys look for their third straight trip to state basketball when they play Beloit St. John's Tipton at 6:30 tomorrow night. Meanwhile, in our first game at 5 o'clock, it'll be the Hanover boys looking for their first trip to state in a few years under head coach Corey Jensen. Of course, most notably, Hanover has been stopped by Axtell the last couple of years in sub-state championship games. But Hanover will be taking on top-seeded Logan Palco. Not much on them quite yet. You'll have to tune in tomorrow to see what we've got. But Logan Palco's got a 28-point-per-game score on their mark. Meanwhile, Hanover, led by players like Bray Lamine, Tanner Bruna, and Garrett Martin in a tough TBL this season, had a heck of a season. Meanwhile, again, the Axtell boys under head coach Jason Tynan looking for their third straight trip out to a state in Colby. And again, KNDY will have coverage from state in Colby, Kansas, the rest of the week. I believe it was Marysville girls. Let me give you a quick update on them. Marysville girls fall to Halstead in their season over on our sister station. Marysville goes scoreless from the field in the second half as they fall 42-20 in the 3A sub-state final there. Bruce Deerking had that call. Let's turn our attention now to the Linn Beloit St. John's Tipton matchup. Don't have too much on Beloit St. John's Tipton, but some records for them. They come into this game 14-7, averaging 49 points per game while only allowing 37. Out of their 7 losses, two of them were to 2A teams, one of them to a 3A Ellsworth, and 5 of their 7 losses come to teams who are still playing. Smith Center, Clifton Clyde, Rock Hills, Osborne, and Bennington all still in action at the state tournament. Of course, St. John's Beloit Tipton, they have been to state the past 4 years under head coach Leah Bergman. Each round, though, losing in first-round action besides 2 years ago when the Hanover girls, beat these Lady Blue Jays in second-round action. But St. John's Beloit Tipton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, will be looking for their 7th trip in 8 years under head coach Leah Bergman. They are led by Carly Brummer, the 5'9" senior, the only senior on this St. John's Tipton squad, leading scorer and kind of do-it-all senior at 5'9" for the Lady Blue Jays, talking with a few locals here. Now we turn our attention to the Linn girls. If you haven't been listening in, this might be an historic game for the Linn girls. They are looking for their first trip to state since the 2008 season. They come into this contest 15-6. Their best record, I went back all the way to 17-18 and couldn't find a better record. I'm sure they had some good teams when I was in high school. I'm sure they got 15 wins, but this is their most wins in the final 7 seasons. Linn comes in averaging 49 points per game while allowing 42, so both teams score at a pretty high clip here this season. Linn girls are led this year in scoring. I'll get it to you here in just a little bit. It's the duo of Bailey Peters and Marcela Huerta, both averaging 12 points on the season. Marcela down low was a all-league player last year. She pitches in 12 points, 7.5 rebounds, and a steal. Meanwhile, Peters out front here this season at the guard position for the Linn girls. The 5'4" sophomore has really picked up play, averaging, again, 12 points with 2 steals, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds, 2 as well for the 5'4" sophomore guard. 2 seniors on this Linn team, as it is a young squad with Pererta and Morgan Wirtz, your lone seniors. Other scoring outputs to kind of look for in this contest. Gretchen Bott averages 8 points a game, while Jenny Turk pitches in 4. So it's really the duo of Peters and Herrera down low, and that's going to be the key. You want to see Marcella work inside, and talking to head coach Chris Beitman, let's slow down the Lady Blue Jays leading scorer, Carly Brummer. We're going to get starting lineups for you first. For the home team, we're going to start with the top seed as St. John's Beloit Tipton. Again, the 3 seed in this tournament. They come in to action 14-7, coming off a 66-26 thrashing of Thunder Ridge. They will start Ava Brummer, a 5'4" sophomore, Kendra Gingler, a 5'6" sophomore, all around the 5'9" senior Carly Brummer, and the leader of this Blue Jays squad. Down low, it's going to be Christina Newald, the 5'4" sophomore, and Linnell Gingler, the 5'7" junior. So again, the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays under head coach Leah Birdman will start Ava Brummer, Kendra Gingler, Carly Brummer, Christina Newald, and Linnell Gingler. Now for your Linn Lady Bulldogs, starting out at point guard, number 1, Bailey Peters, the 5' sophomore at shooting guard. Number 10, Morgan Wirtz, the 5'5" senior, and at small forward, Gretchen Turk, number 4, the 5'6" sophomore. Down low, it's the duo. Number 3, Gretchen Bott, the 5'7" sophomore, who's a defensive stalwart for the Bulldogs. And number 0, the all-league center, number 0, the 5'10" senior, Marcella Recta. The Linn girls come into this contest 15-6 under 6-year head coach Trevor Kuhlman, who is 77-63. They were 9-14 last year. Linn has won 3 straight games, coming off an 82-24 thrashing of Victoria, 58-24. In that game, Marcella scored 16 and had 10 rebounds to lead with a double-double, while Jenny Bott pitched in 11. In the jump circle, it will be Morgan Wirtz, and it will be Linnell Gingler. We're off and running. Linn looking for their first trip to state since 2008. St. John's Beloit Tipton looking to make it 5 straight. Tip is won by the Lady Blue Jays. They'll work left to right here as we see it from Taskett High School. They'll be in their road blues. Quick shot up and down over Marcelo Herrera. Linnell Gingler drops that one down, the 5'7" junior. Linn will be in their home whites with black Bulldogs across the chest, black numbers front and back with black stripes down the side. And again, Beloit St. John's Tipton in their road blues with white Blue Jay and white numbers front and back. Blue Jays start out here 2-3 zone, as we see most girls teams do. They're really packing it inside. And here's a forced pass taken away by Gingler. First turnover for Linn, not what head coach Trevor Kuhlman was looking for on the first possession. We saw it from Hanover in the first game, really forced Axel into bad shots. And here's a runner, a spinner actually, in the middle of the lane for Carly Brummer, the 5'9" senior. And you see why she averages almost 18 points per game on the season. Quickly, 4-0 hole. Linn is in here early on. Faked on the 3 from Bott. Bott tries, now kicks it left side. Morgan Wirtz. Wirtz inside the lane, up off the glass. No good. Bott for offensive board. We're going to have a jump ball and possession arrow. We'll now stay with the Lady Linn Bulldogs. Again, Linn will work right to left here as we see it. Linn boys a great showing over on the far side. Of course, they fell to Axel in semifinal action last week. Good play inside, kicks it out, fakes on a 3. Now kicking it out, 3 ball from Jenny Turk. That's off the rim. No good offensive board, though. Morgan Wirtz. Wirtz will save a possession here for the Bulldogs. Now a 3 from Linn as they're happy here early on, but a foul will be called, and that's a big one. Carly Brummer picks up her first personal foul off the missed 3 on the right wing from Bailey Peters. So already early on, Linn is already 0 for 3 from behind the arc. This is the team that shoots it at a 23% clip, but has turned it over here twice already on 2 possessions. No one gets back for Linn. Bad pass from the Blue Jays. Will save a possession, though, for St. John's Beloit Tipton. Man-to-man defense here early on. Shot from 12 feet away is down from Linnell Gingler. It is 6-0 early on. Lady Blue Jays, as right down the lane, kicks it out. Jenny Turk thought about a 3. Linn will look to settle down here. Leads to a left corner. Bailey Peters drive along the baseline. Through the contact, no foul. Turnover off the missed shot from Peters. Linn 0 for 4. Meanwhile, St. John's is 3 for 3 from the floor to start this contest. 6-0 is our early first quarter score. 5:40 left to play here in this contest. Hanover's already punched their ticket to a state tournament berth. Meanwhile, the Lady Blue Jays of St. John's Beloit Tipton again looking for their 5th straight. Rummer shot inside, missed, and we're going to have a foul going for the defensive board. I believe that'll go on Jenny Turk. It will. That's her first personal foul. So finally a miss from the floor from the Lady Blue Jays, who again started this one off hot. Perfect from the floor. Free throw line shot off the miss. Steal from Marcella. Missed shot inside from Kendra Gingler. And it will stay here with the Lady Blue Jays. Again, Linn will go about 6 or 7 deep here in this contest, judging by the minutes from head coach Trevor Kuhlman. Meanwhile, Blue Jays will pretty much stick with their starting 5. Christina Newald misses her first shot, the 5'4" sophomore from the left block. Good showing here from the Tipton crowd, too, as well. 3 ball is an air ball from Bailey Peters. She is 0 for 3, 0 for 2 from the floor. She looks over at head coach Trevor Kuhlman. Just wants to instill some confidence in his girls here early on, trailing 6-0. 5 minutes left to play in this contest. Pressure now by the Bulldogs. It's going to go over the head. Nope, stay here on the far side for the Lady Blue Jays. Again, Max Blasky with you here on KNDY FM 95.5, as KNDY is your home of Twin Valley League basketball all season long, not just in playoff time. We're with your favorite local teams throughout the year. Check out the KNDY Coach's Corner podcast over at KNDYradio.com. They're a little bit old from the mid-season, but you can still catch up with everything from your favorite coach. Wild 3 is attempted by the Lady Blue Jays, but offensive board on the long run out. That leads to an opportunity. Linnell Gingler misses the shot, but free throws coming now. Who's that go on? Marcela Herrera. That's her first personal foul. First sub off the bench for head coach Trevor Kuhlman's squad is going to be Isabel Rogie. She is a 5'11" sophomore. Free throw here from Gingler is a miss on our first attempt here in this contest. Second one off the bench for Linn will be Ella Imke. Imke, the 5'7" junior, along with Rogie in there. Second free throw miss, lands in the hands of Bailey Peters, and Linn will come back looking for their first buckets in this contest. Inside shot, miss, offensive board, Marcella. She's 0 for 1 to start off this contest as Linn can't buy a bucket. Pushing the pace up the glass off, no good from Carly Brummer. Crowd wanted that one to fall down. Linn controls. Working right to left here. Here comes Imke. Across the timeline. Bott working her way inside. Kicks it out. 3-ball Imke. Can we drop? We can! Oh, Imke gets the scoring going for the Linn Bulldogs. She fires up her defense and the crowd. Bailey Peters pressure at half court. Forces a jump ball, and possession arrow will stay with the Blue Jays, but heck of a defensive effort from the sophomore Bailey Peters. Linn finally takes the lid off the basket after starting 0 for 3, from behind the arc. Dribbling along the baseline, Kendra Gingler kicks it out, trapped by Linn. Linn drops back in a zone. 2-3 here. Brummer working against that zone. Top side, good rotation, good defense early on from Linn. 6-3 is our score. Brummer, a deep 3 off the rim, no good. Board ripped out of there by Imke. Good possession here early on for the junior off the bench. Now inside, here's Rogie. She's going to be tied up, but possession arrow will stay with Linn. Good pass from Peters to get it inside to the 5'11" Rogie, as Linn has the height advantage here in this contest. Left corner, Imke, a second triple. Ella Imke drops in 6 here. It's knotted up at 6. Imke on the season, averaging just 3 points per game. And now here's a turnover by the Lady Blue Jays. And we've got a timeout forced by St. John's Beloit Tipton. We're going to keep it right here, though, as we play first quarter action. It's 6-6 in this broadcast. Want to remind you that if you're checking out some more high school basketball action, stay right here tomorrow as the boys Class 1A Division II bracket will take into effect. It's 4-seeded Hanover versus top-seeded and undefeated Logan Palco to kick off our broadcast at 5 o'clock. Then following that game, 2-seeded Axel boys will take on 3-seeded Beloit St. John's Tipton at just about 6:30. Again, Hanover girls won our first matchup here tonight handily over Axtell, 46-25, behind 25 points from super senior Anna Juniman, who punched her ticket to a 4th straight state title in her 4 years as a Wildcat. 6-6 early on, feed pass inside to Herrera along the baseline. Heck of a catch, kicks it out. Peters, lefty 3. No, not that one. Offensive board, though, up and down. Misses on the second chance, but a third chance for Isabel Rogie, and she will be fouled going to the line. Here early on, Linn getting these shots up off the rim and letting their size inside play a factor into this contest as the Lady Blue Jays, St. John's Tipton doesn't have a starter going over 5'9". Goes dead silent here in the Tasket gym. Drops that one down. Rogie drops down the first free throw of the contest. So the 5'11" sophomore comes into the game, averaging just over 4.5 points per game and 4.5 rebounds. Second one here is down for Rogie. It's Linn's first lead of this contest, 8-6 after starting off a 6-0 deficit. Blue Jays have gone cold. Carly Brummer, leading scorer on this team, 1 for 3. A wild shot inside, and a lot of hands are going to send Linnell Gingler to the line. Let's see who that personal foul goes on for Linn. That'll be Marcelo Herrera. So something to keep an eye on as the 5'10" senior down low, already with 2 personal fouls. Gingler stepping to the line for the first of 2, knocks down the first. Marcelo will go out with those 2 fouls. Back in will go Jenny Turk. Again, Linn will go 7 deep. We might see 6 from the Lady Blue Jays as this game goes along. Second free throw's down as well. We're knotted back up at 8-8. And the Lady Blue Jays come in on a 2-game winning streak. They defeated Thunder Ridge in first-round action by 40 points. Here's a bad pass mishandled by Linn, but it'll stay with the Bulldogs down in front of the cheering section for Linn. Not quite sure about that one. Yeah, there you go. That's the right call. That one's going to switch back over, so a turnover for Linn. Their third already here in this quarter, number 1. Lady Blue Jays break the Linn press fairly easy. Yep, there's a foul. That one's called now on Ella Imke. And Lynn's got to be careful here with the fouls. That's already 3 as a team with 2:30 left to play in this first quarter. No, that's 4. 4 already for Linn. 3 ball from the corner. No. Defensive board pulled down by Linn. Carly Brummer now 1 for 4 from the floor. Bailey Peters right to left across the timeline, gets inside the paint, kicks it out. 3 ball. Linn, that's down. Jenny Turk, her first triple, and the 3 ball has the Bulldogs in front 11-8. They started off 0 for 5 from the floor, but since has turned it on. Yep, there's a 15 foul as defense did not stay in front of Carly Brummer. The smooth-looking senior gets right to the middle of the lane and picks up the first foul on Gretchen Bond. But again, that's the 5th team foul for Linn already here in this first quarter. First free throw is off the back of the rim. No good. Second one upcoming for the senior. Lone senior on this Beloit St. John's Tipton team. No, not that one. Defensive board ripped out of there by Gretchen Bott. Quickly, here come the Bulldogs. Top side, thought about a three. Nope, we'll swing it left wing. Peters looks to get inside the lane, 2 feet in. Yep, we're going to get a foul. I think it's going to be out of bounds before they shot, but good attacking nature by Bailey Peters as Linnell Gingler will pick up her first personal foul. Head coach Trevor Kuhlman really wanting that one on the shot. Kind of heard that one over the headset, but Linn will inbound underneath their own basket. 5 flat 4 cross will get it into Peters. Peters gets inside the lane, kicks it left wing. 3 thought about, but kicked out now by Bott. Now it's going to be empty. No, that's hard off the rim. No good. Yep, that's a foul. As Jenny Turk now picks up the second personal foul. Good, strong rebound pulled down there by the Lady Blue Jays. But head coach Trevor Kuhlman still grilling the ref about that foul. There's no shot free throws on the other side for Linn. So now Jenny Turk with 2 fouls along with Marcella Herrera, and this will send Carly Brummer back to the line. She drops down the first one. Second one upcoming for the Lady Blue Jays. Righty puts it up, drops that one down. She goes 2 for 2 from the line. St. John's Lloyd Tipton now 50% from the stripe. They have 4 of their 10 points from that free throw line. It's 11-10 here early on, Linn, and thanks to the 3 ball. They have 3 threes already, 2 from Ella Empty, and now we'll have a hand check foul out top by the top side official as Ava Brummer will pick up that one. 4th personal now on the Lady Blue Jays. Flat 4 across the baseline again, looking for some post-to-post action. Free throw line shot up from Jenny Turk. No, but offensive board put back for Gretchen Bott, her first bucket here tonight, and Linn pushes their lead up to 3. 13-10, final 1:16 of this first quarter. Left side, Newald will get us started. Man-to-man defense now by Linn as they'll switch it up. Left corner, Gingler fires this one up off the rim, no good. Skying for that defensive board is Gretchen Bott. She has been everywhere here on the board so far tonight. Bott will run point as we go high-low action. That one's too high from Empty, trying to feed it inside to Rogie. A 4th turnover now for Linn. We go under the final 60 seconds in this first quarter. Token pressure now by the Bulldogs as the Lady Blue Jays will work it left to right. Carly Brummer will run point. The lone senior looking for her 4th trip to state in 4 years. Pass is tipped away, but back into the hands of Brummer. Looking to go high-low action. Blue Jays will set it back up. Final 34 seconds. Inside pass is tipped away, but right place, right time for Linnell Gingler. She now has 8 points to lead all scores for the junior as the deflection landed back in the hands of the junior. Head coach Trevor Kuhlman calls final shot. 17 seconds. Linn leading by 1. First quarter action here with the right to go to state out to Colby. Left side swing pass into the hands of Turk. Turk trying to drive baseline against Brummer. Turk inside the paint. Shot off the glass. No good. Offensive board. Put back for Isabel Rogie. And that's how we end the quarter break. It's Linn Lady Bulldogs leading through the first 8 by 3, 15-12. We'll take our first time out of this contest when we come back. Second half action live on KNDY.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Ricky's Cafe in Hanover ain't just good, it's home. From their daily specials to a full menu, choose your favorite served fresh, hot, and fast. Your family when you stop at Ricky's Cafe, and you're welcome anytime. Enjoy the delicious menu choices, and of course, when you're hosting an event, bring Ricky's Catering along. With a variety of options available, always at affordable prices. Call for your next engagement and count on Ricky's Cafe at Hanover.
on into the second quarter here, game number 2 of our Marathon Friday from Tesket, Kansas. It's Linn girls up 3. First shot of the quarter is off and a miss from Kristen Newald. She's 0 for 2 now from the line. Blue Jays of St. John's Tipton goes 4 for 12 from the floor in that first quarter. And here's a runner up and down from Gretchen Bott. She's 2 for 2 from the floor, 4 points now. But it was the 3 balls from Linn that really got them this lead in that first half. Linn was down 6-0 to start this contest, and then it was 2 threes by Ella Imke that drained it down. Linn has 3 triples in this first half. Shot inside is missed by Brummer. It ends up back in the hands of Brummer off the board, and now a foul will be called inside. That will go on Linnell Gingler, the big 5'7" junior down low. That's her second personal foul. And again, the Beloit St. John's Tipton team that doesn't go too deep in their bench under longtime head coach Leah Bergman. First substitution will come at the next break. Inside post-to-post action. Shot will be missed by Rogie, and a foul will be called going for the board. Who is this one go on? Rogie will pick up her first personal going for that offensive board. First substitution for the Lady Blue Jays, it will be Addison Bergman. Bergman, the 5'8" freshman. Again, blood is on a young St. John's Tipton team. Passes tipped away, stolen by Linn, and head coach Trevor Kuhlman will take a timeout as Rogie was pinned along the baseline. Will save a possession for the Bulldogs. We're going to keep it right here, though. We take a 30-second timeout. Linn outscores St. John's Tipton 15-12 in that first quarter. Linn goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, the Lady Blue Jays in St. John's Tipton, it goes 4 for 8. Only 1 turnover for the Lady Blue Jays, 4 for Linn, and shooting percentage is about identical. 4 for 12 for Beloit St. John's. That's 33%. 5 for 16 for Linn. That's 31%. But the difference is Linn has knocked down 3 triples in this contest. Meanwhile, the Lady Blue Jays yet to make 1. 5-point advantage for Linn, 17-12 here, second quarter action. 6:40 left to play for a right to go to state. Little weave action out top. Bott gets downhill, and Gretchen Bott drops down her third bucket in 3 tries. She's got 6 points to tie Ella Imke with the team lead. It's now a 7-point lead for Linn. Again, this is a balanced Linn team this season, best season statistically in years as Carly Brummer can't get it going. She's now 1 for 6 from the floor in this contest. But Linn has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls that have played 70-plus quarters on this season. Inside, a hack foul will be called as Gretchen Bott will go to the line. We're going to call this one on Kristen Newald, her first personal foul, as it will be Gretchen Bott to the free throw strike. But Gretchen, so far here on the season, a 61% free throw shooter. Can't get the first one to drop down. Second one here coming for Bott. 6:02 left to play, second quarter. Second one goes down for Gretchen. She splits the pair. Linn now 3 for 4 from the stripe. Under 6 minutes left to play in this first half. Again, coming up at halftime. We will recap this contest as well as take a little preview of boys action coming up tomorrow. It's wall-to-wall basketball here on KNDY for the next 2 days. Fourth shot inside from Carly Brummer, and she just can't get it going. 1 field goal make now in 7 attempts. Leads to a left corner 3 thought about from Peters, but now Bailey will run some clock. Inside tries to force the foul off the miss. It's going to be thrown off of Blue Jay and stay here with Linn. Bailey really trying to get into the chest there of Brummer, pick up that second personal foul. 5 out there for Linn right now. It's Ella Imke, Isabel Rogie, Gretchen Bott, Morgan Wirtz, and Bailey Peters. Here's Peters for a lefty 3 shot off. No good. She's 0 for 5 from the floor. Again, Marcella Huerta and Jenny Turk both on the bench for Trevor Kuhlman's squad with 2 personal fouls. Now we'll have a hand check foul called out top by the Bulldogs. This will be Morgan Wirtz, her first personal foul Linn let the Lady Blue Jays get to the line quite a bit in that first quarter, and now we're going to see back Linnell Gingler. She led all scorers for the Lady Blue Jays with 8 points. The 5'7" junior down low got the first 4 for the Lady Blue Jays, and then picked up 2 fouls. 3-ball runner way off offensive board, won't go down either for Kendra Gingler. As Linn defensively, that's going to be a turnover. Too many steps down there at half court. Linn defensively on the season only allowing 42 points per game. Meanwhile, St. John's Beloit Tipton only allowing 37, including holding a Lincoln team to just 6 back on January 27th. Max Blasky with you here on KNDY FM 95.5 as we go under 5 minutes here in game number 2 of championship action. 3-ball will be a miss. Brummer gets over the back. No foul called. That leads to an inside shot from Ava Brummer. Her first bucket here tonight. All set up, though, by the Miss 3 offensive board at the other end. Brogy can't get it to drop down as it hangs on the rim for as long as you can imagine. Here come the Lady Blue Jays trailing by 6. Here's a pass inside, taken away, and now a foul will be called. Is this going to go on? Oh, and that's Linnell Gingler's third personal foul. So head coach Leah Bergman's going to have to go back to the bench. No, we're going to keep Gingler. She'll go to the bench now out there here in this second quarter. Coach Trevor Kuhlman also goes with his starting center, Marcela Herrera, back in there with some size. Works her way down along the baseline. Kick out, swing pass right side, drives inside. Bott in the lane, floater. No, rolls off the rim there for Gretchen Bott. Good ball movement, though, after getting the ball inside to Herrera, and that's really where this offense starts for the Lady Bulldogs. Man-to-man defense here early on. Ava Brummer, baseline shot inside. That it was almost a third there on Herrera, but Krista Newald will go through the arms for her first bucket in 4 attempts. It's back to a 4-point game. Linn still leading 20-16. Emke in the right corner, swings the top side to Bott. Bott will set up against this 2-3 defense for the Lady Blue Jays. Right side, Emke on the skip pass. Bott weaving her way inside, kicks it out. Emke 3 off the rim, no good. She's 2 for 4 now from behind the arc. Again, it was 6-0 early on. Beloit St. John's Tipton until 2 threes by Ella Emke knocked us up at 6. Still 4-point advantage for Linn. Looking to work it inside. They do. Shot off, no good. We've got a jump ball going for us as Kendra Gingler can't get it to go. And a jump ball will send it back over to Linn. 3:12 left to play here before halftime. 20-16 is our score. Linn led at the end of the first quarter, 15-12. Right side, Morgan Wirtz will get us set up. Skip pass all the way left quarter, Emke. Now around the horn as we go 4 out, 1 in, around Herrera. Left corner, now left baseline. Marcella kicks it out. Inside the paint to Wirtz. Wirtz a floater, no, but foul called. That will go on Addison Bergman, the 5'8 freshman, picks up her first personal foul. But now free throws upcoming and an opportunity for Bailey Peters to maybe get herself going here. Second leading scorer, tied with Marcella at 12 a game. So far scoreless. No, that's not Peters. Excuse me. That's going to be Morgan Wirtz. The 1 and the 10 look awfully familiar. But again, Bailey Peters scoreless here so far as she is 0 for 6 from the floor. Second one goes down for Wirtz as she goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. Linn now 4 for 6 from that charity stripe. 21-16, 2:46 left to play until halftime. Coming up at half, we'll recap the first half and get you set up for more action. Marcelo with a big block inside. Defense is stopped for the Bulldogs. They're up and running with numbers. Emke right wing, swings the top side. Now to Bott. Bott will set it up for the Bulldogs. Emke's had the hot end. Now back to Bott, top side. They're not going to guard her. She fires up the 3 shot, no good. Marcelo, an offensive board, looking for the carry, and a double dribble will be called on Marcelo, who just got too deep a position off that offensive board. But you got to let it fly out top if you're Linn here in this one. The offensive boards have been leading to some opportunities. Carly Brummer will bring it across the timeline, left to right, as we see it. She's going to fire up a 3. That goes off a Tipton Blue Jay and back over to Linn it goes. Carly Brummer now 1 for 9 from the floor. She has 4 points, half of those from the free throw stripe for the leading scorer for the Lady Blue Jays. Left side, Gretchen Bott gets in, works it out south towards the top as this Beloit St. John's Tipton defense gets out, but they don't get out far enough. Morgan Wirtz knocks down her first triple. She's got 4 here in the quarter. It's 24-16 Linn. 1:40 left to play before halftime. Where does scoring come here for the Blue Jays? Shot off, miss, offensive board. Not the second try, third try. Everyone going for it. What's going to be the call down low? I think we're going to have a jump ball. Yes, we will. And it'll stay with the Blue Jays. Only have 4 points in this quarter compared to 9 for Linn. Left corner 3, that one's off, no good. Off of Beloit St. John's. Back over to Linn off the missed 3 from Carly Brummer again, who is just trying to get it going in her senior year. Again, leading scorer at over 10 a game. Right down Broadway, shot will be missed, though, by Bailey Peters. It'll go off of Lady Blue Jays. Stay here with Linn. Leading scorer in this contest for Linn so far, Gretchen Bott, with 7 points, 6 for Ella Imke and 4 for Isabel Rogie off the bench. Trying to work her way inside, now kicking it out. Morgan Wirtz, right corner, now skip past left corner. Marcella, left block, bullies her way up for the shot, and foul shots will be coming for Marcella. Again, battling foul trouble in the first quarter, had to set most of that quarter, but now this will be a second personal foul whistled on Carly Brummer, as Marcelo Herrera will go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw from one of 2 seniors is down on her first attempt. Marcella so far on the season, a 57% free throw shooter, 71 attempts in this season. She knocks down both of them, goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. She's going to get subbed out quickly to save those 2 fouls, as Isabel Rogie will come back into the contest. This lead's blossomed up to 10. It's 26-16, final 60 seconds of this first half. Brummer across the timeline, left to right, stolen away here by Gretchen Bott. Bott will now run the break, gets it off to Peters. Peters across the timeline will set it up here with 42 seconds left to go. Still trying to work it inside. 4 out, 1 in, set all around empty. Defense for Beloit St. John's really extending outside the three-point line the last couple possessions. Right side, Imke thought about it, now skip past left wing Wirtz. Wirtz trying to get inside, has trouble with it, kicks it Imke. Imke hesitates on a 3 from 12 foot. Big floaters off, no good. That's going to be an offensive foul inside called on Isabel Rogie as she just cleared out space against the smaller Kendrick Gingler. And that will be team foul number 3, and the second one there on Rogie. We're going to see now number 13 for Linn come into the contest. That will be Olivia Meyer, the 5'9 freshman. We'll sub in here. Rogie and Herrera both with 2 fouls, the 2 bigs for Linn. They'll be on the bench for the final 10 seconds. 26-16, here's a steal now by Linn. Morgan Wirtz will come away with it. Wirtz will have a shot at the last second. She's dribbling, top of the key. Gretchen Bott, left wing, Rogie, 3. No, that's off the mark and was from the get-go. So we go into quarter break with the Linn Lady Bulldogs leading the St. John's Beloit Tipton Blue Jays 26-16 through the first half of play, with the right to go out to state at Colby next week. Again, your halftime score, Linn on top by 10, 26-16. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Linn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll-free 1-800-252-0847.
D&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-frame buildings with complete concrete, and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. D&D Building, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. D&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. D&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
71 degrees all the way.
73 degrees, please.
So what's your perfect degree of comfort? We'll help you find it with professional Rheem HVAC service that'll keep your home comfy year-round, save on energy costs, and may qualify for utility rebates and tax credits. So enjoy a new degree of comfort.
72 degrees, and I'm good to go.
Get professional service in all brands of equipment. Call B&W Electric in Hanover, your local Rheem contractor, at 785-337-2598 today.
Coolman Implement and Hardware is your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Coolman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Coolman Implement and Hardware in Linn, Kansas.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a muddy rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY. Of course, Axtell girls season ends 12-12 earlier tonight with a 46-25 loss to top-seeded Hanover. A heck of a season for Brad Brocksterman and his girls after they went 10-14 last year, but even 500 record for the first time since 2017-18 season. And a good look there for the girls, too, as well, as every player will be back for the Lady Eagles next year. Kind of on that thought, don't forget that we'll have more sub-state basketball coverage for you tomorrow as the boys get underway here from Pescott. We'll be an hour earlier start with it being a Saturday game. 4-seeded Hanover will take on top-seeded Logan Palco at 1 o'clock. Just giving you a little teaser on that one. Hanover has 3 players that average double figures on the season. Meanwhile, Logan Palco has a player that averaged over 25 on the game. Other than that, don't have a player over 7, judging by the stats here on this season. That's going to be a great one to tip off our coverage. Meanwhile, the second game of the night, it will be the aforementioned Axtell Eagles going for their 3rd trip to state as they will take on the boys from St. John's Tipton. That game at 6:30. Axtell, the 2-seed, St. John's Tipton, the 3-seed. Here in our final girls contest of the night, it is the 2-seeded Linn girls at 15-6 on the season, leading 3-seeded St. John's Tipton, who is 14-7 on the season. Looking at stats from that first half, we're going to start with the Blue Jays, as again, they started off this game leading 6-0, and it was all from Linnell Gingler. She had the first 2 buckets of the contest, along with a bucket from Carly Brummer, a quick 6-0 score. But then 3 threes from the 5'7" junior Ella Emke off the bench, knocked us up at 6. And since then, it's been all Linn girls leading here at halftime, 26-16. Going back to the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays, they're led in scoring by the aforementioned Linnell Gingler. She has 8 points. She had all 8 of those in the first quarter, but she also has 3 fouls from the 5'7" junior, one of only 2 starters that go over 5'7" for the Blue Jays. Second leading scorer, Carly Brummer. She has 4 points in this contest. Talking to the gentleman from the other radio station here early on that covers these Blue Jays, she is the leading scorer on the season at over 15 points per game, and Linn has held her to 4 points, 1 for, give me a quick second here, 1 for 10 from the floor for Carly Brummer, the lone senior on this St. John's team. And 2 points from Ava Brummer and Kristen Newald as well. Shooting percentages, they weren't great in the first half. Well, not too shabby. 4 for 12 for the Lady Blue Jays. let's say, atrocious in the second quarter. 2 for 14, 14%. That evens out to the first half. St. John's Tipton shooting 6 for 24 from the floor, 25%. They are 50% from the line as they go 4 for 8 in the first half. But they were all in the first quarter. Linn also forced 5 turnovers for the Lady Blue Jays, but a completely flipped around script again in the second quarter. Linn buckled down defensively. It was 15-12 in favor of the Bulldogs at the end of one quarter. Linn outscored Beloit St. John's Tipton 11-4 in that second quarter. And I'll get that right. I just had to ask earlier. There's no Beloit. It's St. John's Tipton. We'll get that right by the end of the night. Now looking at the Linn girls, as to be expected, it's a very balanced attack for the Lady Bulldogs, with all but one player who saw scoring action get in the scoring column, and I bet we'll see it in the second half. Bailey Peters, who is second leading scorer, tied for scoring at 12.8 points per game with Marcelo Huerta. She goes 0 for 7 from the floor. Again, only Bulldogs to be held scoreless in that first half. Leading scorer was Gretchen Bott with 7 points. She had 5 in the second quarter. 6 from Ella Inke, all in that first quarter. And again, great three-point shooting early on from the Linn Bulldogs. So I don't want to say great, maybe too many greats on that one, but they're just under 50%, which talking to head coach Trevor Kuhlman before the game, guess what? You get to this point in the season, you got to play defense, you got to make shots. Linn's play defense, and they're making shots. Other scorers for Linn in that first half, Morgan Wirtz with 4 points, Isabel Rogie with 4 off the bench, 3 for Jenny Turk, and 2 for Marcela Huerta. Of course, Marcela, Jenny Turk, and Isabel Rogie both with 2 fouls. And Coach Trevor Kuhlman very cautious with them in that first half, so we'll see a full arsenal coming out here in the second half. Linn goes 6 for 8 from the free throw line, 75% in the first half. They didn't shoot it much better from the floor. They go 8 for 28 in that first half, 29%. But again, Linn has knocked down 4 triples compared to none from St. John's Tipton in this first half. Again, Linn girls 2 more quarters away from making their first trip to state since the 2008 season, their best season in quite a few years under head coach Trevor Kuhlman. We'll see if they can hold on for this victory when second half action comes back after a 60-second break and a word from our sponsor.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's, and always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas, a Plyout, Wildcat Booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
Jack's Food Market in Linn is your hometown grocery store offering quality meats, fresh produce, and everything else you need. Planning a party or event? Let JD's Catering handle feeding your family gatherings or corporate events, bringing the flavor to make your event unforgettable. Call today at 785-348-5411 to let JD's Catering and Jack's Food Market in Linn handle the feast. Again, call JD's Catering at 785-348-5411 for all your catering needs.
A familiar voice back on your radio dial. Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5, online at KNDYradio.com, and, of course, in the free KNDY mobile app. Reminder, KNDY is your local TVL sports coverage leader, not only in the postseason, but all season long, covering TVL from the start of football season all the way to the end of spring sports, as baseball, track, and softball will kick off here in just a little bit. Same starters for Linn. It'll be Bailey Peters, Morgan Wirtz, Jenny Turk, Gretchen Bott, and Marcela Huerta down low. Same starters for the Blue Jays, too. Ava Brummer, Kinder Gingler, Carly Brummer, Kristen Newald, and Linnell Gingler out there for the Lady Bulldogs. First possession, much like the first possession for the game for Linn, they tried to feed Marcela down low. Lady Bulldogs really, or Lady Blue Jays, really sucked in that 2-3 defense to shut down the big 5'10" senior down low. For the first time tonight, Carly Brummer gets away from the Linn defense. We'll see if Linn hopefully Linn doesn't make that a habit here in the second half as it's 26-18. Off the rotation again, trying to force it in to Marcella, trying to go over top the defense was Jenny Turk. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers now, though, for Linn to start this second half. Down low, Linnell Gingler fires up a shot. Good defense from Marcella. Again, Linnell, leading scorer for the Blue Jays with 8 points. All of those came in the first quarter. She had to set most of the second due to foul trouble. Again, a short bench kind of for both teams. Linn will go 7. So far, the Blue Jays have gone 6. Deliberate offense now from Linn against the 2-3 defense. Top side, Marcelo, they'll pop her out. Now left wing, getting us going is Gretchen Bott. Trying to feed it back inside to Marcelo on that right block. Just the pass is not there. Linnell Gingler, doing a heck of a job on Marcella down low to not only deny that pass, but then get back in position defensively. Top side, Morgan Wirtz gets the inbound. Left corner, 3 from Gretchen Bott. That's off the rim, no good. Who gets the board? That's Linn tracking down the offensive rebound. Another possession for the Bulldogs. Inside the lane, Gretchen Bott travels with that one. Kind of a low turnover first half for the Linn girls. Had 6. They've already got 3, though, here to start the quarter. Head coach Trevor Kuhlman will apply a little token full court pressure, and this one's taken away by Jenny Turk. Then Jenny Turk turns it right back over as Ava Brummer, who lost it, takes it away from Turk. At the other end, it's going to be Gingler working left baseline. She's trapped, and a timeout will be called by head coach Leah Bergman. It's a 30-second timeout just to save a possession. We'll keep it right here on Candy by FM 95.5. Gives me a chance to remind you that if you can't get enough of TVL sports action, tune in to the TVL Rundown every Thursday, right about 7:20, 12:20, and 5:20 during our news blocks, as myself and Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Sports Spotlight chat athletics throughout the TVL. We'll be chatting state basketball coming up next week, and then like we said before mentioned, we'll be chatting some baseball and softball here before too terribly long. Slow start for Linn, just like it was in the beginning of the contest. Already 4 turnovers for the Lady Bulldogs in this third quarter. They had 4 in the first quarter altogether. Turnaround shot from Linnell Gingler is down. She's got a solid 10 as she is working inside on Marcela Herrera. Linn still trying to feed it in to their big senior down low. 3 ball from Bailey Peters. No, not that one. Again, Peters being blanked from the floor so far in this one. 0-4-8 now to start this contest. Here's Gingler left block. Blocked by Marcella, but a foul is going to be called on the 5'10 senior. That's her 3rd personal foul. What does head coach Trevor Kuhlman do here? Going to go with Isabel Rogie, the 5'11 sophomore substitution when it comes up. Gingler now at the line of 4 free throws here in this one. First one drops down for the junior. Lady Blue Jays were 4 for 8 from the line in the first half. All of those shots came in the first quarter, too, as Linn was uber aggressive in that opening stanza. Free throw, no. Ball's being tipped around. Jump ball possession will stay with the Lady Blue Jays. Linn had an opportunity to pull down that board, but they couldn't get it. Rogie gave head coach Trevor Kuhlman good minutes. The 5'11 sophomore for 4 points from 1 for 4 shooting. Here's a 3 from Brummer, and now a jump ball will be called on the rebound back over to Linn. This one goes. Substitution, Addison Bergman, the 5'8 freshman, will check out. Linnell Gingler, the 5'7 junior. Gingler with those 3 fouls, only 1 in trouble for the Lady Blue Jays. And kind of playing a sub game here. Marcella goes out. Gingler will go out. This one, too, as well. Top side, Gretchen Bott will get us set up. Swing pattern right side into the corner, into the hands on a little weave action for Jenny Turk. Turk trying to work her way inside. 2-man action right side with Peters. Now it's going to be Bott trying her hand at this 2-3 defense. Inside pass is stolen away by Brummer. She's going to be tackled along the baseline. I think that was a foul, but they're not going to call it on Izzy Rogie, and even worse, it's going to go off of Carly Brummer off of the still attempt. Inbounds now here, outside Rogie, into the hands of fought for three, head fakes on a three, now gets inside, little floater, crawls over the front of the rim for Gretchen Bott. She's got 9 now for the Bulldogs on the season. Bott averaging 8 points above her season average already here. Brummer gets down the paint, hounded by Bulldogs. She loses this one, picked up by Isabel Rogie. Morgan Wirtz will work across the timeline. It's going to be tipped by Ava Brummer. Good hands from the 5'4 sophomore as Linn will work left to right from as we see it here from the Trojan Corps in Tesca, Kansas. In a beautiful site for some sub-state action. It's a long drive for a lot of our TVL schools, but a great place to play some basketball. Free ball thought about by Gretchen Bott is again the Blue Jays sucking into that defense. Travel by Wirtz, not called. Wirtz into the lane. Shot no good. Board comes away with it by the Blue Jays, and now a double dribble will be called, trying to run the fast break from Kendra Gingler. Substitution is Linnell Gingler will come back into the contest. Bergman will take a seat. Same 5 out there for Linn. Peters, Bott, Turk, Rogie, and Wirtz with Marcella on the bench with those 3 fouls. Inside, this one's tipped away by Gingler again, and the 5'7 junior is everywhere defensively. Now a foul will be called on Jenny Turk. Now that's her 3rd personal foul. There's Gingler everywhere. Linn trying to work it to that right block on every possession, but the junior, just a smart player, sticking those hands in the passing lanes and forcing turnovers. Score update to pass along for you when we get a break in the action from Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Sports Spotlight. Remember, check him out on Facebook and TVL Sports Spotlight.blog. Rogie alters the shot inside, leads to a run out for the Bulldogs. Skip pass, right wing, Wirtz. Now top side, left corner. Peters driving baseline, looking for help, throws this one right into the hands of Ava Brummer as Linn just discombobulated here in the second half. They're getting outscored 5-2 now in the quarter. Here's from 12 foot away. The bank is open for Kendra Gingler. That's her first to make in 6 attempts, and all of a sudden it's back to a 5-point game with 3 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Where's offense come from Linn? It was the 3 ball in the first half. They can't get it here in the second. This one goes off the foot of Brummer, and another turnover, Linn girls. Here comes Brummer. Shot will be missed by Gingler on the give, and we have a timeout called by head coach Trevor Kuhlman as he needs to settle his troops. Again, Linn had 6 turnovers in the first half. They have 7 here in the third quarter alone. It's a 30-second timeout, so I'll get to that score update for you over in the Class 1A Division I sub-state bracket. Top seed Centralia and 4 seed Clifton Clyde matching up in an all-TVL championship game there. It is Centralia leading Clifton Clyde by only 5 at half, 24-19. Of course, Clifton Clyde Eagles led by super scorer Seven Wirtz, giving the Centralia Lady Panthers a run for their money in that first half. Centralia again undefeated going into that contest at 21-0 under head coach Dusty Thompson. Here in our contest, it's a 5-point game now. Linn leading 28-23, 2:42 left to play in the contest. Little token pressure here by the Blue Jays, trying to force a turnover by Linn. Linn does a good job with the pressure, though. Inside, Morgan Wirtz, 2 feet in the paint, kicks it out to Ella Imke. She hit 2 big threes in the first quarter. Since then, it's been quiet. Wirtz thinks about a college 3, but thinks better of it. Left wing, trying to feed it inside, down low to Rogie. 4 out, 1 in offense for the Bulldogs. Still trying to work it inside. Good motion around the horn. Ends up in the hands of Bailey Peters, left corner. Still scoreless for the second leading scorer on this Bulldogs team. Out of position now are the Blue Jays. Linn doesn't take advantage. They work clock under 2 minutes here in the third. 5-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Right wing, Wirtz thought about a 3. Now continues to swing it. Here she'll fire up a triple. That's money for Morgan Wirtz. Her second triple in 2 tries. She's got 7 points, and we'll see if that brings that Blue Jays defense out of the paint that has been so sucked in here in this contest. 8-point advantage now for Linn. A little high-low action set up for Linnell Gingler. Kicks it out. Ava Brummer trying to get down low. Free throw line shot off. No good. Board pulled down. Gretchen Bott. Bott off and running with the fender on her hip. She gets across half court. Left side, Peters. Peters still not looking to score. Still scoreless, but Linn leading by 8. Into the right corner. Bounce pass. Imke has trouble with it. And another turnover, Linn, as head coach Trevor Kuhlman doing a good job of keeping his cool here in this contest. 31-23, final minute 7 left of this third quarter. Full court man-to-man pressure now by Linn. Lady Blue Jays will easily break it. It's going to be Kendra Gingler running right into the corner. Good trap by Linn, but she gets out of it. Turnaround shot up off the glass. No, from Addison Bergman just into the game, and this one will go back over to Linn. In the Lady Blue Jays so far in this one, 5 scores, but only 2 of them over 6 points. Over 2 of them over 2 points, so far in this game. Kristen Ewald tries to force pressure by herself on the full court attempt. High pass will be taken, though, by Wirtz as we go under the final 45 seconds of this third quarter. Wirtz works it inside. Now trouble with it. Hounded by a Blue Jays defense. That's been stingy here in the third quarter, forcing Linn into 8 turnovers. A little floater inside is down for Gretchen Bott. Double digits now for Gretchen as this lead goes back up to double digits for the Lady Bulldogs. Top side, Charlie Brummer, who's been quiet in this contest, a turnover. St. John's Tipton. Brummer now only with 6 points, a double-figure score over 15 a game. Linn has done an excellent job on her. She is 0 for 7, 0 for 8 from behind the arc. Bailey Peters across the timeline, final 10 seconds. Free throw, and there we're going to get a foul inside. I think it's Ella Imke getting the offensive foul, trying to clear out room. So now Imke with 3 and Hererta with 3. Jenny Turk also with 3. We have a quick substitution. No, head coach Kuhlman won't get it. Final 10 seconds. It's going to be Carly Brummer bringing it across the timeline. No, she goes up top. Ava, a little handoff with Carly. 2 on the shot clock. Fires up a wild 3 off the rim. No good. And going into the final stanza, it's the Linn girls leading 33-23 with 8 minutes left to punch their ticket to a state championship match. Again, through 3 quarters, Linn leading 33-23. We're back after this word from our sponsor.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
For a Goog time, head to Hanover. Goog's Bar and Grill is the happening place for food, drinks, and fun. Open 4 p.m. until midnight, Monday through Saturday, and the grill is always open late. Check out Mexican nights on Thursday with the best pizza anywhere all the time. Order by the half combo or full size with carryouts available too. Find Googs on Facebook and check out their daily specials as well as special events. Grab your friends, grab your family, or make some new friends. Where everybody knows your name, it's Googs in Hanover.
Kind of a quiet third quarter of action there. 7 points apiece for both teams. Linn holds on to a double-digit lead. Inside, shot up and down from Linnell Gingler through the contact of Marcelo Hererta, who has those 3 personal fouls. Now at the other end, Gretchen Bott will attack the paint. Floater up and down for Gretchen. She's got 13 points, having her biggest game of the season here in this one. Now Linn forces a turnover, but the Lady Blue Jays will get this one right back. Here come the Blue Jays. 3-ball top the key off. No good, but offensive board will be tracked down by the Blue Jays, and now it's off. Turnover at the other end. Gretchen Bott up and down for 2. 15 now for Gretchen, and we're going to have a foul 90 feet away from the basket on Morgan Wirtz, her second personal foul. But again, Gretchen Bott having herself a heck of a game. Gretchen averaging 8 points. She has got 15 here in this contest, including 8 in the second half. It's a 12-point lead for Linn. Gingler attacks Hererta. Shot off, no good. Offensive board. Lady Blue Jays, second one, no good. Third one ripped away, and finally we're going to have foul shots here for the Blue Jays. Who will they? Yep, it's going to be Marcela Hererta. That's her fourth personal foul, as the bigs from Linn can't stay out of foul trouble in this contest. Thank goodness they've got 2 to work around this guard play. Free throws now upcoming for the Lady Blue Jays. It will be Linnell Gingler at the line. She drops down the first one. Gingler is 50% from the line, looking to go 2 for 2 here. It's going to be Isabel Rogie checking in for Marcella. Second one is down. 15 now for Gingler in this game. She's leading scorer. And Lynn's done a heck of a job on leading scorer for St. John's Tipton. Carly Brummer holding her to just 6 points through 3 quarters of play. Final 6:30 of this contest. 10-point lead for the Linn Bulldogs. Coming into the contest, they were 15-16, looking for their best season since the early 2010s. Right corner, Gretchen Bott is trapped. She gets out of it, top side now, Morgan Words. Guard play will be very important here for Linn in this final quarter. Bott carries it along the baseline as she gets out of that full court, or out of that pressure trap. 16th turnover for Linn in this ball game. Full court pressure still from the Bulldogs. Playing handsy out front is Bailey Peters. She's held scoreless, but has helped in a lot of ways. This one will be off of the Blue Jays. Krista Newald dribbles it off her knee or leg over on the far side of the court. And back over to Linn it goes. Bailey Peters across the timeline, left to right. Lady Blue Jays defense really sinking out, or really stretching out. Now inside, layup up and down for Jenny Turk. Her first bucket since a triple in the first quarter. But the Bulldogs finally break into the middle of that Blue Jay defense. Lady Blue Jays hounded here. Yep, that's going to be a foul on Bailey Peters. Her first personal foul. Again, what's at stake here in the final 5:34? Beloit St. John's Tipton has been to 4 straight state tournament games. Meanwhile, Linn girls are looking for their first trip to state since the 2008 season. Good position inside, but blocked by Isabel Rogie. It'll stay with the Lady Blue Jays. 5:30 left to play in this contest. 12-point advantage for Linn. Hanover already punched their ticket to state with a Linn win over Axel. Linn looking to make it 2 TVL teams. Here's an air ball 3 from Carly Brummer. She is 0 for, let's give her 5, 7, 9 from behind the arc in this contest. Gretchen Bott takes a shot down low. She comes up holding the back of her head. Coach Trevor Coleman says, you need a sub. We say, no, she does not. Who picks up that foul? Carly Brummer, her third personal foul. Brummer and Gingler now with 3 for the Blue Jays. Again, Marcella with 4 for Linn. Here's a 3 from Bott. No, not that one. She's had a hot second half here again. 8 of her 11 coming in the second half for Gretchen. Looking for a score are the Lady Blue Jays. Left block. Linnell Gingler inside, and a foul will be called. Gingler going back to the line, as that has been the well for the Lady Blue Jays. Now Isabel Rogie picks up her 4th personal foul. So who do you go with, Coach Kuhlman? 5 minutes left to play. Both of your bigs have 2 fouls. And first free throw is going to be missed from Gingler. We're going to leave Rogie in there. Marcella will stay on the bench. It's Rogie, Bott, Turk, Wirtz, and Peters out there for Linn. Second one is down as as Gingler goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. Makes this an 11-point game. Full court pressure from the Blue Jays. Guard play again for Linn will be very important here in the final 5 minutes. Talking to head coach Trevor Kuhlman, mentioned it at halftime. What do you have to do in postseason? You have to play defense. You have to make shots. So far, Beloit St. John's Tipton averaging 49 points, held to 28 here in the fourth quarter. and head coach Trevor Kuhlman wants a timeout. He actually wants a foul call, but he's not going to get it. It's going to be a full timeout, so it'll give me a chance to catch my breath. We'll take a 60-second with them. Final 4:41 to play in this one. Linn leading 39-28. We'll be back after this.
Moe's Stop and Shop in Linn is your stop. Fuel up and fill up at Moe's Stop and Shop. They have gas available, plus they have drinks, snacks, and a whole lot more. Your convenience store is Moe's Stop and Shop. Find them right off the highway in Linn. Moe's Stop and Shop.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
As always, a big thank you to our sponsors making these broadcasts possible. Again, we'll have some good basketball coming up tomorrow as it's boys' turn on a Saturday. Top seed Logan Palco, 4 seed Hanover at 5 p.m. Meanwhile, 2 seed Axel, 3 seed St. John's Tipton at 6:30. Again, here on FM 95.5. A little floater will be off of, that'll go off of the Blue Jays. Stay here with Linn. Was looking to get Jenny Turk involved with that one. Again, I think storyline here tonight, Linn without their second leading scorer in Bailey Peters. She is scoreless here tonight. They're still leading 39-28. Here's going to be a pick from Carly Brummer at the other end. Good defense from Bailey Peters. She was the one that lost it, but then ran all the way back and came from underneath Brummer. Brummer had a wide-open layup, but an effort play made there by the sophomore point guard. Bailey Peters is just talking about her. Scoreless so far tonight, but making winning plays. Here comes Brummer, a little runner from 12 feet away on the left baseline. Her second bucket here in the quarter. She now has 8. Linn will have to control this ball. Final 4:15. They had trouble with turnovers in the third quarter to the tune of 8. Let's see what they can do here in the final stanza. Trouble with it, and it'll stay now with Linn as the guard duo, Morgan Wirtz, Bailey Peters, and out there, too, along with Gretchen Bond, Jenny Turk. Good thing about this Linn team, really kind of play 4 guards out there at all team under head Kuhlman. Is the Hirogi position, and finally Linn gets it where they've been wanting it all night, and that's inside on that right block. Rosie's first bucket since the first half. It's back up to an 11-point lead for Linn. Final 3:50 left to play. Floater inside, no, but foul shots coming. Who else but Linnell Gingler taking it right into the teeth of this Bulldogs defense. Excuse me, that's not going to be Gingler. That's going to be Kristen Newald taking it right into the defense, 22 instead of 12. And that foul for Linn will go on Jenny Turk. So now Turk with 4, Herrera with 4, and Rogie with 4 as well. First free throw from Newald is off the rim, no good. Second one upcoming now for the sophomore. Long free throw, no, and I believe, what do we have? Lane violation on the second. It was a miss. So second one upcoming now for Newald on the make good. 2 quick dribbles for the righty. This one's up. This one's no good. Offensive board, though, Carly Brummer. Brummer puts it up. Shot on a lot of contact, will not be foul called. And Blue Jays will go empty on that possession. 11-point lead for Linn. Left to right goes Bailey Peters. Peters hounded out front. She loses it. We got bodies flying on it. Blue Jays come away with it. At the other end, a hard foul will be committed by Morgan Wirtz. Head coach Trevor Kuhlman just says, calm down to his guards out there. Foul will go on Wirtz. That's her third personal foul. And we'll send Linnell Gingler to the line for 2 free throws. First one is down for Gingler. Second one can cut the deficit into single digits. Here comes Marcelo Herrera. Again, 2 leading scorers for Linn. 24 combined points per game on the season. Only have 2 in this one so far, and that's 2 free throws from Marcella. Second one off the rim, no good from Gingler, and it will be Bailey Peters controlling with it. Across the timeline, Wirtz will get a set up. Still trying to work it inside as St. John's Tipton defense really hounding out front. A lot of contact out front. Ava Brummer will pick up the personal foul. That's going to only be the second one on the Lady Blue Jays, as Bailey Peters has taken a licking here the last couple of possessions. Right baseline into the hands of Bott. Bott inside of Marcella, up and down for 2, and back-to-back positions. Linn gets it where they want it, right at the front of the bucket. It's back up to a 12-point lead. Final 3 minutes of this contest. Winner goes on to state out at Colby next week. Taken away by Marcella Herrera on the defensive end, just ripped out of the hands of Kendra Gingler. Here come the Bulldogs. Right wing with it. Morgan Wirtz will get a set up. Herrera all alone, banks it in again. 4 straight now, and make it 6 straight for Linn as they push it up to 14 and force another turnover. Linn will now control, leading by 14. Final 2:30 left to play. Wide open left corner is Jenny Turk, but she'll hold on. It'll be off of Krista Newald and stay with the Bulldogs. Again, a masterclass defensively from head coach Trevor Kuhlman's team. The Lady Blue Jays came in averaging 49 points per game, just short of 50. Here they are at 31. Marcella inside again. 4 straight for Linn inside the paint. That's 3 straight for Marcella. It's 16-point lead. Short corner shot. That's an air ball. No, ripped out of their defensive board by Gretchen Bott. Let's see if the Blue Jays have one more run in them. As a foul will be committed in the backcourt. Who will that go on? That's going to be Linnell Gingler, again, leading scorer here tonight for the Lady Blue Jays. A full timeout will be taken by head coach for the Blue Jays, Leah Bergman. We're going to take a 30-second break. When we come back, final 2 minutes of this contest, Linn leading 47-31 here on KNDY.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5. Linn leading 47-31. The final 2 minutes of this broadcast. Linn led by 3 at the end of the first quarter, then outscored the Lady Blue Jays 11-4 in the second quarter to lead by 10 at half. It was 7-7 in the third quarter to keep us at 10. And so far here in the fourth quarter, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14-8. Linn is outscoring the Lady Blue Jays in this fourth and final stanza. Blue Jays defense trying to get those steals. Good guard play by Morgan Wirtz. She reverses it left corner into the hands of Bott. Bott smartly kicks it out. Looking for a cutter is Jenny Turk. Jenny Turk hounded out front, gets it in the hands of Morgan. Defense here needing a turnover. Final minute and a half here in this championship contest. Cutting to the basket. Jenny Turk up and down. No offensive board. Marcella, that she will be fouled, and to the line goes Marcelo Herrera for 2 free throws. Linn's first free throws in this second half, as that will foul out Linnell Gingler. She fouls out, leading scorer, 2 for 6 in this contest, 17 points in this game. Fouls out in the final 121. The 5'7" junior down low played a heck of a defensive game. I don't know how many turnovers she forced on this Linn Bulldogs team, but it might be a tough end to the season for the junior. Marcella at the line was 2 for 2 before. She misses the first one. Second one upcoming now for the 5'10" senior. 2 quick dribbles from the right. He puts it up. That knocks it down. Marcella 3 for 4 from the line in this contest. 2, 4, 6, 7. She now has 9 points after only 2 in the first half. Linn leading by 17. 3-ball, Ava Brummer. That's banked in from the left wing. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. A 3-ball from the 5'4" sophomore keeps this game a little bit closer. 14 here, final 60 seconds. And now Brummer will commit the personal foul. That's team foul number 5 and will send Gretchen Bott to the line for 2 free throws. Gretchen has had a heck of a game. Again, coming in, averaging 8 points on the season. She is leading scorer in this contest at 15. And now 2 clutch free throws might put this one out of reach. The first one is down for Gretchen. Second one upcoming for the sophomore. 1 minute on the clock exactly. Second free throw for Bott. She drains it, puts it down 2 for 2. Linn leads 50-34. Final 60 seconds. The Linn faithful come to their feet over on the far sidelines. They can fill this one. Their first trip to state since the 2008 season is 46 seconds away, but not without some free throws upcoming here for Carly Brummer. Again, a heck of a career for the senior. Led her Trojans team, or Lady Blue Jays team, to 4 straight state tournament appearances, but it won't be 4 for 4. Jenny Turk fouls out in this contest at the 46-second mark. She ends her night with 5 points. And at the line, Carly Brummer. First one will be a miss from the senior. Second one upcoming. That one's down for Carly. She goes 1 for 2. Substitution as she will go to the bench for the final time as the Lady Blue Jay. A heck of a career for the senior. She ends this contest, though, with 9 points. She couldn't get it going from outside as she goes 0 for 9 from outside. The Linn faithful chanting all the way to state for this Linn girls team that, again, under head coach Trevor Kuhlman, their best season in years. And Izzy Rogie tops it off with a bucket down low with 52-35. Linn will pick up their 16th win of the season, and they will go out with Hanover to a state trip to Colby coming up next week for a chance at a 1A Division II state title. A timeout will be called by Trevor Kuhlman in the final 7.9. A full timeout here to maybe soak this one in here for head coach Trevor Kuhlman. We'll keep it right here in the final 8 seconds of this contest. But it's been a heck of a year for this Linn Bulldogs team, led by senior all-league center Marcela Herrera. Getting quiet in this game until it mattered in the fourth quarter due to foul trouble. But again, Linn will pick up their 16th win of the year. Listen to the losses Linn has this season. Centralia, Donovan West, Hanover, Donovan West, and an undefeated Little River team to go along with a loss to a solid Axtell team. Linn will be looking for a rematch against the Little River team that is undefeated. Second straight year, Little Rivers went out to state undefeated on the season. Last year, it was Frankfort knocking them off in Class 1A Division I. This year, it'll be either Linn or Hanover looking to do the same. Final 6 seconds. Bailey Peters will dribble it out. Top side is Morgan Wirtz holding it, and there it is. Your final score, Linn girls win 52-35. Their first trip to state in over a decade and a half, and a heck of a turnaround season for head coach Trevor Kuhlman and his squad that only won 9 games last year, finishes now with 16, and more to come for this Linn girls team as they beat Beloit St. John's Tipton 25-35 in this sub-state championship matchup. That will be 2 TVL teams out to state in Colby. DII, of course, will have coverage of those contests starting next Wednesday or Thursday. Again, a big congratulations to the Lady Blue Jays of St. John's Tipton. They finished their season 14-8, but it won't be 5 straight trips to state. Instead, it's Linn's first one since 2008. Again, your final score, Linn 52, the Blue Jays 35. We'll take a final timeout when we come back and wrap up our broadcast here from Tesket High School.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The State Bank in Axtell is synonymous with quality and integrity in the banking business. Financing for your home, for your farm, or your small business. Contact the loan officers if you need money, or if you're putting money away for something special, or just saving for a rainy day. Visit with the professionals at the State Bank of Axtell. They're federally insured, member FDIC, the State Bank of Axtell.
Soil. It's the very foundation of farm life. Conserving it is an important aspect of a successful operation. Orville Juniman Dozer Services is here for that important factor. They will build the terraces to maintain your soil resources. They will dig out the ponds for the care of your herds and create the waterways to control the flow of water away from your carefully maintained fields. Orville Juniman Dozer Services has all the trucks and equipment to be your ally in preserving the groundwork of your business. Give them a call today.
At Oldie Seed, we are locally owned and locally grown. The corn, soybeans, and sorghum we sell are tested in plots throughout the region in close proximity to our customers. This ensures we are testing a yield environment just like yours. We are dedicated to our Know to Grow research program. It's our family's commitment to delivering high-yielding crops for you, the American farmer. This season, partner with Oldie Seed for locally owned and locally grown solutions.
Calling all ranchers and livestock owners. Safeguard your herd with livestock risk protection insurance. Protect your investment against market volatility and unexpected losses. Whether you raise cattle or pigs, ensure your livelihood with coverage tailored to your needs. Don't leave your profits to chance. Secure your future in the barn and the market. Livestock risk protection, because your animals and your bottom line deserve the best defense. Call SBS Insurance now to fence in your financial security.
Main Street Market in Hanover is a proud supporter of all Wildcat athletics. Stay up to date on all the new deals, sales, and more by visiting their Facebook page. Stop by and check out everything they have for your next gathering, family event, or game day. When holidays roll around, don't fret. Main Street Market has you covered. Sure to have everything you need to keep the family full and happy. That's the Main Street Market, downtown Hanover, your local hometown grocery store.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Max Blasky back with you here from Tesket High School, rounding out our marathon Friday on FM at 95.5. It's the Linn girls punching their ticket to state with a 52-35 defeat of St. John's Tipton Lady Blue Jays. Sometimes it's not how you finish, but it's how you end, and Linn did that. Linn outscores the Lady Blue Jays 19-12 in the final stanza. They go 8 for 9 from the floor and 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Only one missed a shot as Linn turned up the defense in this contest, held a Lady Blue Jays team that averages 50 points a game to just 35, and held a double-digit score in senior Carly Brummer for the Lady Blue Jays to just 9 points in this contest. That means we will have two TVL teams out at Colby next week for the 1A Division II State Basketball Championship. Of course, KNDY will have coverage of both Linn girls and Hanover girls who beat Axtell earlier in this contest. Coverage live from Colby here on FM at 95.5, as KNDY is your local source for news, weather, and sports. And, of course, sticking with your favorite sports teams all season long, not just in the postseason. From the first kickoff of football to to the final strike of baseball. KNDY has your sports covered. Final stats for you here as we're going to get out of here real quickly, get you back over to some music. We're just past the top of the hour here at ABC News Run, and then we'll get on out of here for a Friday night. Starting with the Beloit St. John's Blue Jays, they finished their season 14-8 in this game. They were led by junior Linnell Gingler with 17 points. She had 9 of those in the second half and really caused havoc for a Linn offense in the first half due to her length down low. She fouled out in the final 121, and that was kind of the final straw for the Lady Blue Jays as the 17 points for the junior led the way. Again, super senior Carly Brummer for the Blue Jays will not see 4 trips to state in her career as Linn shuts her down for just 9 points. She goes 0 for 9 from behind the three-point line, only 3 for 6 from the free throw line, and 2 for 4 from the field. Linn shut her down. And talking to head coach Trevor Kuhlman before the game, I mentioned it a time or two, it's going to be defense, it's going to be making shots. And the Bulldogs did that here tonight. Other scores for the Lady Blue Jays, Ava Brummer had 5 points, 2 apiece from Kendra Gingler and Kristen Newald. The Blue Jays in this contest go 10 for 20 from the free throw line and even 50%. They have 15 turnovers, but they only shoot it at a clip of 28% in this contest. It got better in the second half, but a reminder, it was the second quarter that really set this game apart. Linn only led by 3 at the end of the first stanza, but then outscored the Lady Blue Jays 11-4 in the second quarter, held the Beloit St. John's Tipton Blue Jays to just 2 of 14 shooting in that quarter two as well. Knotted up 7-7 in the third, and final quarter, Linn outscores Lady Blue Jays 19-12. Leading scorer for the Linn Bulldogs, she averages 8 points per contest. Let me make sure I get this right and give credit where credit is due real quick. Gretchen Bott averages 8 points per game. She pitched in 17 in this contest for the sophomore. Again, as the Linn Bigs fought foul trouble all night long, Marcella Huerta, Izzy Rogie, and Jenny Turk were hounded with foul trouble in the first half. Didn't play a whole lot of ball, but it was Gretchen Bott stepping up with a big 17 points. Second leading scorer, Marcella Huerta with 9, 8 points for Isabel Rogie, 7 for Morgan Wirtz, 6 for Ella Imke, and those 6 were big. Again, Linn was down 6-0 in the first quarter, and it looked like it was going to be a long night. Rogie comes off the bench, the junior, knocks down 2 triples, ties it up, and from there it was all Linn. 5 points also for Jenny Turk. And just to tell you a little bit about how this contest went, going into the fourth and final quarter, the 2 leading scorers for Linn, averaging 12 points per contest, were held to just 2 points in that game. That's Marcella Huerta and Bailey Peters. Peters ends up with no points, but a heck of a job from the sophomore point guard out front. She controlled the pressure, especially late in this contest. But a team effort from Linn as they pick up their 16th win on the season and their first trip to state since the 2008 season. Looking at other stats for Linn, big important I always go to free throws. Linn goes 9 for 12 for the free throw line, not missed opportunities, 75%. And get this, they go 49% from the field in this contest. They were 29% at half. They shot a combined 11 for 15 in the second half. They missed 4 shots from the field in that second half, where they, again, outscored the Lady Blue Jays by 7. Linn did have some turnover problems, though. They ended up with 17. We'll have to clean that up. The Bulldogs want to make a deep run at a state tournament title. Again, second TVL team to punch their ticket to the 1A Division II state tournament out at Colby. Hanover defeats Axtell 46-25 in the first contest. Hanover girls will be looking for their 3rd straight state title, 1A Division II, under head coach Chris Beichman. And, of course, we will have coverage of the Linn girls and Hanover girls live from Colby next week. Stay tuned to KNDY, our Facebook, and on air for updated schedules as those are posted coming up on Monday. I want to get you a quick score update as well from Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Sports Spotlight. Centralia has pulled away from Clifton Clyde, leading 52-41 with a minute left in the fourth. So it looks like the Lady Panthers will punch their ticket to the Class 1A Division I state championship round over at Dodge City and stay undefeated on that one. Stay with us, though. Tomorrow as we'll have more basketball coverage here on FM 95.5. It's boys action as they take the court at 5 p.m. It's 4-seeded Hanover coming off a 75-51 thrashing of Victoria in second-round action, taking on undefeated and 20-0 Logan Palco at 5 o'clock. That one's going to be a great game. Meanwhile, the contest after it, it's going to be the Axel boys, number 2 seed, coming off a 65-41 win over Linn in second-round action, taking on 3-seeded St. John's Tipton, who took care of Pike Valley 84-46 in second-round action. Axel, of course, looking for their third straight trip to the 1A Division II state tournament under head coach Jason Tyne, and Hanover looking for their first in a couple years, as it's been Hanover and Axel in the boys sub-state championship. If memory serves correct, each of the last 4 years finally get out of that rut. Wrapping up our coverage here tonight as we'll get you back to music on FM 95.5. This has been Max Blasky for KNDY. Hanover girls punched their ticket earlier tonight, 46-25 over Axel, and the Linn girls go to state for the first time since 2008 with a 52-35 victory over the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays here from Tuscaloosa, Kansas. We'll be back at about 4:45 tomorrow with boys action to wrap up sub-state championship action from across the state. As we wound down here, again, I have been Max Blasky. Go Wildcats, go Bulldogs, and we'll be back here tomorrow from Tuscaloosa.
KNDY.